But now we're gonna look at a very unique version of the game that, of course, I didn't know it existed back then. I didn't know any of these versions. I think I've seen someone play the NES version. So let me find the cover art for that. Joan Mac, Arcade, NES. Let's pull down the list and pull up the cover art. There is a different version of the cover for the NES version where it's only called Joan Mac. I think that's for the American version, but I couldn't find it in good quality, so yeah, this is what we have. So of course on the NES it's gonna be very different in a lot of ways. I don't know in which ways, but it's certainly gonna be different. I tested it for like 2 seconds, and one thing I can say is that it has a very cool looking there's a very cool looking parallax effect done with the scanline interrupt thing that they do on NES games. So I can tell right away from a glance that they did put in the effort for a good port, so I'm optimistic that this is gonna be fun. Because it's NES, it's gonna be probably really difficult, even though it's 1992, I think it's going to be a challenge. So I don't expect to beat it today, but we're gonna get started with it. And then when we get back, at least we have some practice. So let's move back over here. There you have it, game 4 of 11. And yeah, that's the other cover. Yeah, well, hang on a second. Back here. Because it is a unique cover, so I do want to show it. Yeah, it was hidden. Sorry. It was hiding somewhere. So again, in America, this was released only as Joan Mac, and they made a different cover art. I'm not gonna say the cover art is better, I'm gonna say it's worse. It's different, it has some nice details on it. It's a very cool looking cover art. It's way better than the cover arts for the American release of the SNES Joan Mac. That one is shit. But this is a lot better, right? A very unique cover. I don't remember if any of the other systems use this particular cover, but yeah, there you have it. Let's move over here, let me reset the timer. There you go. We start at 0, of course. NES Joan Mac, presented by Data East. You can listen to it? No. Where is... oh, there you go. That's a unique art for this. We haven't seen that one yet. Of course we're gonna have to have something like this for the NES. Best Caveman. Also very unique song. I dig it. No, I don't want to watch the demo. No, skip the demo. Look at this. Very good. Very good. Let's see. One player, music. Yeah, we don't want music. How do you turn that off? Yeah, we don't want music. Just kidding. Alright. NES rendition of the intro. Are they gonna pull out the women, or are they gonna cop out like on the SNES version? That's a lot of people going in. Yeah, no, that's all you get. Alright, this is weird. Coming from the other games, sprites are very small. And I think enemies don't stop spawning? I think they keep respawning, that's bad. Attacking while jumping is also weird. Controls are not delayed, they're very responsive. Although the attack, like you press it and it takes a while for it to shoot. We do have charging, but you cannot charge for too long, otherwise he loses half his health. And it throws longer shots. They're probably not stronger. Okay, let's... And here's the parallax that I talked about, like, we can't scroll back. So watch as I'm scrolling forward. That's gives a very good sense of depth. I really like this look for the NES. That's kind of a sampled yell. Which is what I've mentioned before when we were playing the SNES version. Technically speaking, this is very proficient. Like, the SNES version is great, but there isn't a lot of technical prowess in it. It's very bog standard. This is a lot more interesting technically. Now, in terms of gameplay, like, level is just go right with infinitely spawning birds. Okay, that is a boss fight. That's a very small dinosaur, but... Well, they could have had like a full screen dinosaur as a background that scrolls. So many of those games do. Oh, I think we have the health bar for the boss on the left, on the right, I mean. Actually, they are doing the background scrolling thing. Otherwise, the dinosaur would be blinking. It's too thick. So yeah, the dinosaur here is a scrolling background. 2 lives left. Oh shit! It's the entire level. You don't start the boss, okay. Oh. You start really close, never mind. So yeah, a lot of NES games do this, and I do like when they do this. This is a trick. If the boss was a sprite, it would be flickering like crazy right now. So instead it's the background that is scrolling on that layer. And then it stops scrolling when it gets to the grass. Also, there's some elevation. You see, we're going up, we're going down. There's some elevation going on the platform that we're walking on, ground, also known as the floor. And by doing a background like that, they can not have the problem with sprite limits. They just scroll the background and they change some sprites to give some animation. Of course, if they were doing this, they could have made like a bigger dinosaur, I guess, but the problem with doing this is that you can't have anything on the background behind the dinosaur, otherwise it scrolls with it, so you can't have platforms in here. Unless they're sprites, but... Okay, that's more of the same, just a slightly different background. Oh, we have the dinosaur that we climb. Oh, we do have new weapons. Can we switch? No, we can't. And when I press select... No, it's fine. The eyes move. So this is more reminiscent of the... Freaking hell. Oh, we do have food drops. This is more reminiscent of the first arcade level, but I think we're gonna have a second dinosaur right here. Yeah, you don't have a lot of space on the cartridge, so you have to reuse stuff. It's fine. You probably don't fight it, so it's fine that you have to... Oh, we do fight it, but it comes from the other side. Okay, this is more similar to what we've seen on the other games. Are we damaging it? I don't think it's getting to it. It does shoot closer to us, but it's... I think this is still better, although we're not doing damage to it, are we? We didn't do any damage yet. It's repelling our shots, but we can't switch weapons, can we? No, we can't. Is it repelling? Maybe it's not repelling, it's just the thing coming back after hitting. Does it do that? But it doesn't do that for the rock, so yeah, I'm not hitting from here. It has to be from below. It is doing an effect there, but... Shit. One life left. Okay, we don't have that weapon anymore. If the weapon was the problem, we... God damn it, just dodge and go forward. We does the big eyes animation very briefly when you enter the boss stage, that's cool. I don't see his health bar dropping. His health bar is not dropping, chat. Ours is... Yeah, his health bar is not moving. Game over, player 1. Oh, no. No continues? Lazy Joe if you don't type a name. Really? I'm gonna look at the manual, see if there are continues before the next stream. Either it's a very short game or it's a very difficult one. It can be both. The arcade one is both. Ah shit, I didn't see the camouflaged guy well played. Shit. It doesn't even drop food, I should just jump over these. I think we don't kill anything. Other than bosses, of course. It's interesting that it does the effect if you hit this boss in the other parts of the body, but it only takes damage if you hit it in the head. So that other boss must have like a sweet spot that we haven't found. That's horrible. I didn't see if we recover health between levels. If we don't, like 3 lives with no continues and no recoveries, it's pretty rough. Yeah, they don't have the woman running in, right? Yeah, they don't. Yeah, we do recover health. It's fine then. Jesus, birds. Shit's for the birds. Oh, food! They can drop food, it's just incredibly rare. Oh, this weapon. Oh, very cool implementation of this weapon on the NES. It just rolls very fast. Okay, boss. How do we do... Oh, we did damage there. You have to be really close and shooting the mouth when it's open, I think. Not necessarily open, but... I like the black and white look it takes. Looks almost like a comic book. Okay, that was so much easier. Okay, we do get a girl. That other one was just a mini... She just... Where's my kiss? She just ran away. No kisses. Okay, so the first one was a mini boss, which is why there was no girl for that one. You didn't die to one? You need two to die? Okay, we don't want that weapon, I don't think. So they're trying to follow the original arcade game. With the levels. It's just, of course, very limited. But it's fine. It's a fun port, like, for NES. I don't think you would be able to complain back then. It's very playable, very responsive controls. It's more responsive than the SNES one. Okay, this should be the boss. Is it the plant? It is. Very good rendition of the plant. You can't get eaten on this version, okay. I don't think you can get eaten on the SNES one. You shithead. Wait for it to spit, then go. Come on. Come on, spit. I'm gonna go. Okay. Jesus, we lost all of our health there. Okay. This game is gonna take some learning. Which is expected. All of these games require learning and practice. How much health does this thing has? It has more health than the boss. That's such bullshit. Okay. There's a lot of enemies flying around in this with this boss. And that bird doesn't die and it respawns. And these things here. What the shit? Not gonna lie, Chad, that's pretty bad. Lazy Joe, a little bit more score than last time. Okay, let's continue practicing. I can't believe I forgot to start the timer. Hang on, can I get... Okay, I can't get my mouse over there. Holy shit. How long have we been playing this? I think we have been playing this for 20 minutes? Yeah, 20 minutes. Shit. My keyboard is really annoying to use right now. Alright. Hang on a second, this timer is misbehaving. Hang on, 20. minutes. There we go. Not so difficult, is it? Pretty sure it was 20 minutes. Ah, Jesus, wrong button to start with. Shit. Shit. But it's fine, this boss is easy and we recover health after we beat it. We're keeping it on the corner by hitting it. That's easy. Very satisfying to do this. Very good. We are learning, chat. We're learning. Almost. Very close. I was holding down the attack button by accident. It's fine. It's not the open mouth, is like on top of the nose, sort of. It has to be really high. Shit. Yeah, but it's easy. Look at our health. Very easy stuff. Yeah, just no kiss. Thank you so much for that. No, we don't want this. This one does a lot more damage. We definitely want to keep this. Yeah, it's 3 hits for those small plants, which is why I didn't have trouble with that one before. This one's still bullshit. Okay, but... oh, it's still alive? That one does have more health than the other ones. Okay. Let's save this boss now. You can't... why can't I turn around? You can't turn around while ducking. You could on the other games. Jesus! This boss is horrible. This boss is absolute bullshit. And now we don't have a better weapon. We're gonna die to this thing. Okay, that was much better last time. Turn right, you shithead. Shit. Now the solution here would be to be able to... to be here, but yeah, if you try, you get eaten. But if you stay behind those plants, you're never gonna be able to do anything, just dealing with them. Man, what do we do here? Man, that bird even. Freaking bird, get out of the way. So we had versions where you could jump on enemies to attack them. You had versions where you could stay on top of enemies, like use them as platforms. This version has neither. Just fine for NES, I'm just pointing that out. Okay, I think this might be the strat. I hold down for too long. Shit. Game over, yeah. Alright. I'm gonna stop the timer. And we'll continue this next week.